Andrew, you actually know Doug. I'm sorry, but I'll just give that out to you.
And he's still talking to us.
Exactly. I was getting kind of scared whenever he showed up on Skype. He goes, "Hey, Doug, I didn't know the other show," and then there was crickets.
Yeah.
No, there was a smiley face.
Oh, that's right. There was a smiley face.
So Doug and I met because I had an SEO client startup named ChaCha.com, which was a big question and answer site. And they were a totally non-local kind of thing, just a big, giant database of questions and answers. And they purported to have like user-generated answers and things like that, or they were expert-generated answers. And I had actually done an initial consult for them, and they changed their strategy right after I told them what to do, but they didn't change it to what I told them to do. They changed it to something totally different. Like a year or two went by, and then they hired me again when they decided to re-embrace SEO. And I can't remember how this happened, but at a certain point I went out to Carmel, Indiana, where they were, and walked into a conference room, and there was Doug. And they informed me, hey, we've got another SEO consultant, which is always funny when...
Oh, yeah, that's always a wonderful experience there.
And then, so, I had to quickly figure out whether this guy was going to try to knife me in the back or in the face or wherever. But in general, we've done a lot of work like that where we're kind of brought in for a second opinion, which is totally makes sense because I always think of these things as like kind of medical.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And so if someone tells you have stage 4 cancer and need chemotherapy, maybe you might want to get a second opinion. So Doug and I can't remember how long it lasted, but we were pretty much, it was funny. I think we were remarkably in alignment on pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that, I think is what we said a lot.
And they had a lot of, in what Andrew doesn't tell you is it was a boardroom full of SEO people. Like it was Andrew, me, and then, probably about 5 or 6 others.
Oh boy.
And I think the good thing that came out of it was, the SEO consultants would slowly disappear. Like, that gave bad advice, right. And it was like an island. People were just dropping, and the great thing about it was a painful thing for the company. I really liked ChaCha and what they were doing, and Scott Jones I think is a good guy. Mm-hmm. But the search algorithms were really working against them over time, and so I think the good thing was that Andrew and I were both constantly warning, constantly saying, hey, we're living on borrowed time here. We really need to make changes. We really need to. And infrastructure and business, they couldn't really make some of those dramatic changes. But what was good was eventually it was just me and Andrew.
Yeah. I give a lot of credit to Scott Jones, the founder and CEO. I mean, he really... he embraced this stuff and really tried to right the ship.
Yep.
But I think that, I guess I don't really want to go too deep into their details, but
sure.
Kind of a very, we see this a lot, especially with bigger websites, is you can paint yourself into a corner with SEO when you have a really complicated monster website that gets a lot of traffic. Because there's no like, hey, just update your title tags and life will be better.
Right.
It doesn't work like that. It's more like, okay, we have some theories that may change the direction of this thing, but you're going to have to take a big risk to implement those theories, and there's no guarantee it's going to work. So big site SEO is really tricky.